Hey, it's Peasy, and I got something to say. It's your boy, man, Mr. J Guns, here to tell you, go check out the Peasy Show, Monday through Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, right here on IG, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Hey, yeah, I apologize about, I apologize about the other day, man. We had a bit of a yikes slight tissue. And for what it's worth, man, it was something that happened more personal level. I had to deal with that. It was family oriented, so I apologize for yesterday's hiccup. But at the same time, there was something I was saying in an unposted post that I'm going to say today that it will be ledgered into documentation. So for those in future reference, going forward, moving into the New Wave Music Wednesday, we are going to let you guys know that I will be going live for the next Wednesdays to come. But again, I am saying this now because I want you guys to know we are not taking your submissions unless you send them to me. So you can't just say, yo, drop a song, take one of my songs. No, you need to send me something. So, okay, just send it to me, and I got you, alright? MrJGuns@gmail.com. WhatsApp, Discord server has been acting quite the devilish thing. Indeed, I am so far gone from what the hell that actually does for me anymore. And it's really hurting my feelings because I actually really thought I was going to be doing something. I invested time and a little bit of money monthly, thinking that was going to help to boost the morale and performance of what we had going on. But then, it started to disassemble itself in a way that kind of just made me feel like it just didn't care about the vision of their community. So, like I said, anyway, but for the most part, like I said, New Wave Music Wednesday, still the same, but like I said, you guys have the exception of just this. Submissions only are going to be coming from you. You must submit music to me either during the show or when before Wednesday of each show, and definitely before the end and the last Wednesday of this month, which I apologize again for telling you guys this 31st. It's absolutely not that day because I just scrolled it up. It is absolutely the 27th, okay? That is actually the last day of the Wednesdays in this month, okay? Alright, so just wanted to let you know that, get you out there for that, and also let you know that, you know what I'm saying, we do still need your help, do still need your support. Please don't feel like you're, imposing. I do appreciate all you guys that are helping. We are also, like I said, just trying to do this for the artists, man. Like, so the artists that are submitting music, they have a shot at winning this money. And like I said, I'm not putting nothing but my own little 2 cents in it. And hopefully, with y'all's help, we can make all this shit happen for this big winner that's gonna pull up that fucking prize and get that New Wave Music Wednesday thing live. Because New Wave Music Wednesday has always been one of those dope-ass vibes that we bring to our community here at the Peasy Show. So I hope you guys appreciate this, and I hope you guys are tapped in with it, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we got for you. And that's just an announcement before we get this thing cracking. Hey, it's Peasy, and tonight on the Peasy Show, what time is it? It's Wednesday, and that means it's the New Wave Music Wednesday tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. So go ahead and send that music in, YouTube, SoundCloud, Rap Chat, BandLab, or MP3s to MrJGuns@gmail.com, or you can drop me a DM right here in the DMs at thepeasy.show, or wherever you find me on these social networks. You can drop me a text on WhatsApp at +1 518 776 5154, or hit me up in the Discord server and drop me a DM in the chat box, and I'll get it back to you and drop it in the queue. You know what we do, 7 p.m. Let's go. Check us out Monday through Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. The Peasy Show is live on Facebook, YouTube,
Twitch, and IG. Join us every week.
This my nigga here.
Shotguns. He is our resident movie reviewer. And yes, the man is legally blind. The man can't see shit. However, if the man can tell us about...
Hey, it's Peasy, and tonight on the Peasy Show, sir, that's right, Talk About It Tuesday, where tonight's topic of the day is the topic at play. Join us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for tonight's topic, which is... On tonight's episode, we want to ask you a question. Where do you think we should do the New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Week, Song of the Year contest? That comes up on the 27th. We're looking for Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch as your choice. Join the comment below or tap in with us at 7 p.m. for the show. Alright? It's Peasy. Alright? Yo, check us out Monday through Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. The Peasy Show is live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and IG. Join us every week. Hello, and how are we doing today? It is Tuesday, and just because it is Tuesday, I need to say, man, like
7:01 p.m.
made it through.
Lock screen. Labels. Actions available. Use tab with 3 fingers. Emergency call. 0. Okay.
I had to assemble something.
StreamYard. Streams and recordings.
I had to make sure I had some things straightened out. So I'm just doing some brief intervision, trying to check on some things while I got some time to do some things. Figured I'd do this right now. I got you guys live. And while I have you here, I could do this and get you squared away that way, right? Give me just a brief minute while I catch up what the hell I was doing here. Because for some reason, kind of have at least a bit of a time to set up. And I'm just giving y'all guys a chance to get in here. Share the live, please. Don't feel afraid to do that. Please show some love to let some other people know that we're here to give you guys a little bit of something different that we've, been just trying to expand on. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all for being here for this one, because, man, it's definitely a lot to digest on my own, you know what I'm saying? And have the whole, situation taking a place of, we need to find a solution, but I can't come to this consensus without at least giving you guys the conscious thought of like, yo, this is not a me situation, this is a us situation, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I've come to today's episode, for a topic to talk on and a reason to bring it to the table for you guys to see what it is, man. So with all of that, I want to just give you guys a chance, like I said, to get in here and get yourselves settled in, get your popcorn. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let you know, because it's gonna be a sit down moment. We gonna need all of your attention on this at this point, because we got to get you guys to help us out with the answer to this question for today's topic, because everything we hear from you guys today and moving forward is what we're going to use. So from so far of this situation, we have already begun to gather a variety of different answers from this question that we posed. Unfortunately, I have been unable to post the poll that I said I was going to post up for you guys. But, you know, I'm not scared of getting it up there. I just have, I've been having a little bit of things I've been having to do on the behind the scenes that have kind of caused me to be a little delayed. I should have said delayed. But again, it's not going to stop what we're doing. We're just taking, like I said, the time to deal with these off camera situations to, put them into perspective first, you know. And I feel like once we get those handled, we'll be back on track to doing the things that we need to do. So today's Topic Tuesday question of the day is something that we've come up with and developed as we've had to register what is a good way to get back into a consensus of like us having a way to really like connect together so that our big event that we're trying to put together is something that we can actually see real good results out of. You know what I'm saying? Like not just something that we'll see real good results out of, but everybody will be in attendance that really just like appreciates and will be able to appreciate the full extent of the work that we're trying to do here with the PZ show, how we're trying to continue to find ways to, just grow our audience, to growing our, base of people that are really understanding the focus point that we're trying to persist, we're trying to bring to the table, I should say, with the show. I mean, it's not always, us doing everything that we're doing because we're trying to, you know, look above anybody or, we feel like we're really better than anything. But we're trying to improve. We're trying to find ways to make the show improve and we grow with the shows, you know what I'm saying? So with everything that's going on, Ed Gotti, what's up? Mr. Brock, what's going on? Don't forget to share the live out. Let everybody know what's going on. We have a conversation tonight about the topic of the day. The topic of the day is as follows. Where do you think we should host our New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year contest that will be airing on the 27th of this month for the final Wednesday of the year? I'm just here to have this conversation with y'all mainly because I want to know where do you guys feel like we should have the show, because this contest consists of artists like yourselves who have tuned in with us, to the artists that are going to be hearing about this on the upcoming days to come, who want to be participant in this. And you have a choice in the matter. Like we have 4 different channels that we do our stream from: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and IG. However, we have found out that IG really has been, even though we have started our show here on the PZ show with IG, we initially brought our show to life with IG, and we've been through a lot with the trend with that platform. But I feel like in order for us to really build the community the way we want to, for us to have a better understanding of all the things that we're trying to consistently bring up, like even down to the fact that there's so many different things that we have just yet to get wrapped around, like how we want to form the platform, the show, and moving forward, what all do we want to bring to it? You know what I'm saying? So in all of that, we've really been focusing on trying to, cater more to like, how you guys feel about what's been going on. So with that, we brought this question to the table today because we want to know what you guys think about where we're going to be hosting. If you guys are familiar with New Wave Music Wednesday, which I'm hearing a lot of comments coming in from people joining that are new to the show. So all of you guys that are not familiar with what New Wave Music Wednesday is about, I advise you just check in on the post on my thread, 1 or 2. I'm going to give you a small summary of what really New Wave Music Wednesday is here. Well, what we do with New Wave Music Wednesday happens, we do, as you know, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. we host a show for artists in attendance that want to submit music so we can give you a chance to be heard, Plus, we've added in the idea of giving off a song of the week for the week each week of these artists that have submitted music. So, in that, we ask that all the people that are following us, listening to the show, and checking us out week in and week out, take the time to submit a vote of what you think or who you think would be the pick of your pick for the song of the week win. And that's usually what we try to come to a consensus with each week leading up into this month, where I have, come off with the idea where I feel like you guys have been, the artists in this consensus have been very much participant and available to putting the music out there for all of us to hear and enjoy. And I've been so honored to do all of this for you guys. And knowing that I do a lot of this for the sake of just wanting to hear you guys' music, enjoy it, and be able to have you guys be met with the same appreciation that I give from the other people that have taken the time to tap into my show to take a listen. You see what I'm saying? So, what I've thought on in this consensus thought around this, I thought that it would be a really good idea to give the artist of the year, the winner who has been here, putting music in here, submitting music all year, and worked his ass off or her ass off to get to a point of their perfection and their success in music, and are now willing to submit their music to me for the final call of who really wins this year's grand prize, which is the song of the year contest that we are presenting. So I believe that in this final stage of our situation, we have come to a real crossroad where we are just trying to like level off the situation with an answer that would really round about our situation. Now, from what we've realized so far, from when I started posting about all of this, because I first off found out that Facebook, I couldn't find a poll. I had to look for the sticker polls that would put up a poll to even do a poll. And I was like, wait a minute, this is too much. And then by the time all that stuff I had figured out was needed to do, I had so many things happening to me today, I couldn't really get around to it. So like I just kept getting distracted with so many different things going on. So I just had to take the moments as they came and do it with it I could. So for what it's worth, I'm telling you here today that New Wave Music Wednesday is coming and we're going to be doing the show. However, the only change to what I've already said about New Wave Music Wednesday's rules to the show is that unlike any other New Wave Music Wednesday where I have submitted and selected songs of my own choosing from artists that I've picked out of Rap Chat selection of artists and people that I'm familiar with, and just giving you a vibe in that manner to keep the show's consistency going, I have decided that for each New Wave Music Wednesday episode starting this month, I will not be picking the songs. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to give you guys the chance to get it together and pick your songs. Put your songs. Yeah. And in any case, the artists who submit their music, just so that this whole thing is clear, the artists who submit their music, the only rule to that situation is you are not allowed to vote for your music. You're not allowed to vote for your song to win. So that's the only rule I have against that. You can share the post as much as you want. And I actually invite you to doing that because it actually helps. Once you share your content or you share the post with your content on it, your people see that because they actually see that your name is attached to a post. You see what I'm saying? So at that point, it only is a matter of time once they read the caption on the post and they understand what the rules simply state. And if they actually really are helping to support you, they would willingly do this for you. Add your name. It's not hard to add to tag a person's name or to comment even the person's name in the comment section, or even the number that their song was picked out of that litter of songs. So, I mean, it's really not a hard choice. It's really not a hard way to vote. None of that stuff has been hard. And I tried to give you guys a little bit of an easy way to do it. So that way, all I had to do was count the votes, see who got the most, and pick the winner. without a shadow of a doubt, and everybody would be able to see the evidence. So that's kind of the reason why I've been asking and getting everybody's attention on this whole thing on how the whole New Wave Music Wednesday thing works. And I've even offered up the opportunity to give everybody the sense of, hey, we're going to do this for free for you for the rest of this year until you understand exactly how the New Wave Music Wednesday episode really works. So when New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year tournament actually takes place, everybody's ready for that because they know the rules with the slight changes that have come into play when it comes to this particular specifics around this version of New Wave Music Wednesday. So I mean, it's really not nothing new, nothing changed, nothing different. We just want to make it fair, and we're securing that by giving off these particular rules to the situation to kind of adjust and make sure that there is nothing that can foul up this situation other than the people involved that are trying to keep it under control. So, you know, myself personally, I ain't fucking up the bag. I can look at the account right now and see that I'm good. But I know where I'm trying to do, and all I'm asking is for all of you guys to help me with that. And by you submitting music, that's one part, and also by your donations. Your donations help to increase the pot for the grand prize winner, and it might be you. So I mean, if you're submitting music, that's the possibilities there. Your song has a very strong possibility of being picked as the winner. So it just helps you along. And like I said, you can submit music, but on the day of the New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year episode, when we can finally come to a consensus on where the show must be hosted and how everything is going to be produced as far as the show, I'm good. Because like I said, we have the setting, we have the stage. All I need is you guys to be ready to go when we're ready to go and put this thing together, and we can make it happen. So with that being the case, it's not hard. If you haven't followed me already, find me on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitch. The PZ Show, the PZ Show Live, PCTV's the PZ Show Live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Either of those ways, you can type it in and you can find me, especially if you type in PZTV's the PZ Show Live on YouTube. That'll definitely give you a consensus. But either way, if you type in the PZ Show the way I spell it here, you guys will find it. You guys will definitely find it. So with that, I've tried to make it a lot more simplified for you to get around to finding me, being able to connect and get, everything you need sent to you or gotten to you upon time or before, you know what I mean? So there's no real excuses if you don't want one. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got an excuse if you make one. But for myself personally, I just want to help you guys to be the best you. And that's part of the reason why I start with I've done with the show and why the PZ Show has been more or less pushing towards these avenues and doing certain things that we've been doing in the music. We literally just had a conversation yesterday with one of the individuals who's a newcomer to the show, hadn't been on the show before, might have caught us in a pass through, and I'm pretty sure we followed each other due to the fact that he was an artist that used to, dig around in DJ Show on IG here's YouTube channel for music submissions because he's a music reviewing artist himself. And like I said, the community of people that I've interacted with in the last 3 years has developed a wave of people that I know and happen to come through in the conversation with passing by. So I mean, other than the fact that we meet so many people, and if you actually pay attention throughout the entirety of all of these people we meet, you seem to find in so many ways maybe a thread. If you've been around a neighborhood or a certain level of your area, if you're frequenting your area very often, you can sense a pattern of certain people you may see every day, or certain people you may notice that do the same things very regularly. They have almost a set schedule of these situations. So like for myself personally, you know what I mean? I think of that situation in the consistency of what we want to do here with the community. We want to form a real routine with the effect of actually being able to be open to, new opportunities, new invitations to something that even the community member of this show could bring to the table. So with that, that's part of the reason why we brought this conversation to a topic to talk about on tonight's show, because we really want to get your opinion. We love hearing from you guys, the artists and fans that listen to the show and pay attention to what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We really bring all of that for you guys. Denise, how you doing, love? Um, Nice to hear we have newcomers coming in, and we really are like appreciative of all of you new guys that are coming into the show and understanding like this is a new setting for you. I know it's probably the first time y'all met somebody like me. Yes, I am blind. I'm not going to explain myself on that, but I'm just going to let you know that yes, I'm a blind podcaster, so to speak, in a way. And I've actually devised this show because I love the artists I listen to. I love the music that they make, and the people I've been around throughout these years that make this music have given me an inside look on their lives. And I just want to help people understand that this is why these artists have been, to me, the most specialist people I've come into contact with in my years. And it's better than meeting people in person from a face-to-face perspective, because personally you get to meet a person's soul first before you judge a person by their way of by the way they look. And for years I used to do that, and for years I used to be caught in that. You know what I mean? But while I sit here and tell you that, I'm just going to take a quick smoke break and get my brain wrapped around this whole concept that I want to hear from you guys on. So feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section, or click the request button to join the live. If you're over there on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, click that link you see posted in the comment section if you want to join the stream. Holla at me, man. Let's have this conversation. Which channel do you think we should go to for the New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year contest? Should it be Facebook? Should it be YouTube? Or should it be Twitch? Those are your questions. Those are your answers. Those are your choices, I'll say, for your answer. Where's he going? And what a way to be sitting on a question like this. Got a hard thought to make up. Got a hard lot of thinking to do. But not a lot of time. And I ain't got no weed to motherfucking give myself a little comforting thought to it. I'll be damned, y'all. Tough decisions. I guess that dry hit's gonna have to do for now, but we can do it. We can make it happen. You see, this is the thing that I say to my folks all the time. It defines the strong you see, it's the strength in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, we go through a lot of crazy shit in our lives, and we think that nothing that we deal with at some points, like everything we deal with at some points, we start to feel like that shit's just gonna take over us at some point, and we feel weak, we feel defeated. Trust me, I've definitely been there. But in any case, you know what I'm saying, no matter how many times you feel like you keep getting knocked down and shit, you can't just let nobody make you feel like them defeating you has made them feel better about themselves, because then you really have defeated yourself. You really have been defeated. So never let nobody take you and put you down that low. Never be in a situation with someone that makes you feel like they are putting you in a place that you don't want to be. It's uncomfortable, and it shouldn't be the effect that another person has on you, because you're better than that. And in any person that makes you feel like you are not better and you are not able to move forward and they are all you need, and you know what I mean? Now it's time to really start thinking about that shit, because in any situation, you are the best option you have. And I'm only saying that because there's somebody out there that really feel, I really feel like they need to hear that. You are always the best option you have. You should always be your number one choice. And it doesn't seem selfish when you're taking care of yourself, and everybody around you just seems to see that, but only want to take away from what you're trying to save yourself from. Their own, destruction. You know what I mean? The path to destruction is very easy to fall into. And for people that seem to find manipulating others in life to get what they want is the way to go. And for us people that are not like that, or don't want to treat people like that, don't live our lives like that, it's disgusting to have to go through that when you're dealing with the other person on the other field that's coming at you that way. So for anybody in that position, anybody in that measure of a situation, I say to you, put your damn foot down. Say no. Because at any given time, if you continue to keep going like this, it's going to hurt you. And I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that is at risk of your own self. Because again, this person has decided they are going to take away from you the one thing that you are holding on to, because it has kept you in your own mental state sane. Okay. Whereas their imbalance is already off and fucked, and they don't care how fucked up their shit is going from here on in, but they don't want to deal with that alone. And that's not your fault. You shouldn't have to be at fault or feel like you have to deal with that. That's their issue. They have to sort out with themselves and their own demons. You know, like, you can't keep trying to pick up a motherfucking person when they just don't want to get off the ground. It's like, how do you feed a dead horse? I mean, I know that analogy don't make a lot of sense to certain people, but in the same sense, you know what I'm saying? It's just the same. A lot of people use the term beating a dead horse. Okay, so what the hell? If obviously it's not making no damn sense, none of it is making sense. That's all I can say. It's just time to fucking cut your losses at this point and find something or someone that will honestly treat you or see you for who you really should be treated to be. Because if you know that yourself, you're not this way, you don't deserve to be treated this way, you don't deserve to be with somebody who's willing to even be okay with treating you this way, then don't let it be. Find your way. Because again, you found your way you found your way up into this point with this man, with this person. You see what I'm saying? You can always find your way without that person. You know what I mean? God ain't gonna leave you alone, you know? But for me, I think that's one of the things I wanted to leave away from the whole situation I was just into, because I've been just feeling like I've been counseling a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? What up, everybody? But yeah, so what I'm thinking to myself, like I said, like, New Wave Music Wednesday is similar to what we've been talking about earlier in the show. We've been trying to decide on where is a good home for the New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year contest. Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch is the options. We want to hear from you. So we're listening to a few people popping into the comments. I hear you guys coming in there. You know, a blind man can't see, but I can definitely hear the clicks when you popping in. Chat's popping off. So I'm just waiting on you guys to give me a response as I'm thumbing through the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that I'm not paying attention, but I'm definitely listening to see what you guys have to say, because everything counts, like I said, on your answer moving forward, for us to make sure that we're doing the right thing. We're giving you guys somewhere that this is going to make it easier, convenient, and more sensible for all of us to get this together. You know what I mean? And again, I say this to you guys mainly because of the simple fact that I know that it's easier when I talk to you guys first, instead of just dragging you out of certain stuff. Because half the time I can barely get a lot of people's attention on stuff unless I say a lot of things that's going on. Or I try to make it really readily known ahead of time and like weeks in advance, and I have to keep flooding y'all inboxes, which is something I don't like doing. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't like bugging you guys. I don't like hitting your inboxes with shit, but that's why I started. That's why I'm glad they kind of gave us the whole broadcast channel thing for the channel pages, like ourselves, like me, myself. I can rock with you on that as long as you guys support that channel and follow the channel, stay like subscribe to the channel. Like, I got you. Like, I'm making sure that you guys stay in tune. So that's really why I'm glad that a lot more people that are watching have tuned into what the show is doing in that aspect of it. And I just want to keep building on everything that we're doing with the PZ show for the community's sake. Because everything that we've been doing has been in an effort to commit to the cause of what we started the show for, to, you know, give artists a home, a community, a lounge, a space that everybody can feel like, you know what I mean, they're actually able to absorb the positive energy, the enriching knowledge, and, you know what I'm saying, be able to pass along, you know what I'm saying, that same posture of gratitude and, you know, transparency amongst each other in this community, so that we can all grow and see each other expand on things and build things that, you know, no other community has been able to accomplish in a long time, because of the discommunication between the masses. You see what I'm saying? In this live stream, although we listen to music, we play music and we enjoy it here, we do not absorb our minds into a conversation of what is trendy about things in life. You know what I'm saying? Personally, the only time I've had a conversation in that reference at this point up until now has been basically in things that convert to what people would consider me into a more political space. So at that matter, I feel like if you aren't aware of what your surroundings are telling you, your community has put you in effect on, I think you're going down a terrible path to starting your own thing, to understanding what's going on in life. Because real talk, like, I've realized that going outside is just a whole bigger space of what you learned from inside, and you're trying to be out there with it. You see what I'm saying? Certain things that you learn growing up, you think you have a handle on, but then when you go outside, you realize that it's a whole nother piece to that puzzle that you just didn't see, or you weren't paying attention to. That you realize that maybe you should have took a little bit more time on certain things, but by that time, you know what I mean, you're too busy pushing the issue, and the envelope is, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not listening to nothing. What's up, Intel? I see you coming through in the comments, brother. If you've been tuning in, man, I just want to tell you, man, we've been talking about where we want to air the New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year contest, because as you know, this is December. We're following up in the last month of the year with what we tried to do last year in the last month of the year, December, with our New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year contest. Now, the conversation has reached this topic point of Tuesday's episode, where we're asking the question, where do you think we should do New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year? We have 4 different streaming platforms to go from. We're talking YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and IG to confer with. You know what I mean? However, I've tried to break it down, with the exception of eliminating the fact that Instagram is a starter, a good place to start. And I do feel like everybody could really develop a better atmosphere of this particular event if we could host it somewhere where everybody's a little more comfortable, a live streaming area where everybody's not going to feel like so so squeezed in, or like they have to be forced. I know a million people in the world at this point right now should have a YouTube channel, even though they don't think they do. But because you have YouTube on your app, you know what I mean? In most cases, you actually have a YouTube channel. You just have to sign in. So in most cases, you know what I mean? Like, that's more or less where I'm going with it. I wanted to open up a chance for you guys to join me over on the YouTube site. And I honestly have started to receive a lot more responses, as far as like when I did from my earlier post from earlier this week, Monday, Sunday, I believe it was. I put up a post asking people how and where do you want to do the New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year, and we already received a couple of responses back from that. So we're just asking everybody from a general standpoint. We're at the show. We're talking about this live on the show, and we're trying to give everybody a chance to come up if you want to and actually answer the question tonight. Tonight's question is as follows. Well, that's the deal. I thought about that too, but that's part of the reason why I'm asking, would you be okay with bringing New Wave Music Wednesday from IG? Because again, this is where a lot of you guys come into the show on. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and act like everything is coming off of YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. No, because from where I'm looking, all my viewers that come into the show on For the Peasy Show tune in from IG. So what I'm thinking to this situation is I want to get you guys in here and I want to get you guys on the show. I want to get everybody in here so we all have a comfortable space. Plus, we're able to actually listen and enjoy the music. Now, mind you, I've been working at this. I actually just hooked up the compressor mic to my tablet so we can have a really full session of time. And if you check over there on YouTube right now, you can tell that the sound quality is getting better. It's a lot more improved. And we're able to actually give you guys a good visual effect as well. Because I know that it's easier now to use a secondary device, you know what I mean? Granted, the sound, as long as you are able to, defeat blocking out the sound, we can really make this whole thing jump. And I'm talking about post outs, like we put up video streams, we actually can play people's music and they would really be able to see, hear, and enjoy. And it'd be almost like the um you know what I'm saying, the show that we miss from my brothers Intel and DZ Marquee, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, Vibe Check has been like a very big influence on like how I've tried to orchestrate my running on New Wave Music Wednesday, because I noticed that you guys took a little more interest in understanding the why, even with these songs being submitted, these songs were understandably something that you wanted to give your evaluation or critique on, because in so many ways it built up a catalog of these different artists that were just, giving you a preview of what they can do, and you can give them a courtesy from that, giving them, a little bit of a pointer here and there on certain things that could really, really improve their creativity on how they create their music. And here with the music show that we've produced, I think what we've come up with as a theory on behind why New Wave Music Wednesday was so valuable to the show was because we allow artists to get their chance to get that music out there, get it heard, get a chance to get their music placed in a place where somebody else might hear it and just give them a chance. On top of the addition to what we've started in this year with the New Wave Music Wednesday, event, how we're doing it, plus the, the artist interviews and, things of that nature. We're trying to keep constant with the care that we have produced in the beginning to now with the artists, because we love what you guys are doing. We just want to continue to help you to nurture that craft that you created. You know what I'm saying? Because for us, you know what I mean, here at the show, for the Peasy Show artists, the Peasy Show's members, anybody that's been tuned in with us from day one, like, me, I'm saying this to you because I've been saying this to you for the last 3 seasons. This is really what I do the show for. I do the show because I love the music. I love the artists that create the music. We have really, like, even on a more personal note, like all the artists that I've, showcased on this show to the artists that we, just met from this show, we have developed such a family connection that I feel like I would be remiss to not mention these things and give you that courtesy, while also finding ways to usher in a new ceremony of how we honor you guys. You know what I'm saying? And this is the best thing I came up with New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year contest, where one time a year, it doesn't seem very much like something that you would be more too interested in until this time of the year. But at the same time, that's why I gave such a lead, such a lapsed, way of how we all get together, because I don't want you guys to feel like you're obligated to this, but I do want you to see that I'm giving you this because I want to show my appreciation to all of the artists that have allowed me to give you their presentation of the music that they love, the music they create, and the music that they want to, continue to give you to continue to hear their message, their passage of how life has been in their side of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? To any and every like emotional engagement that you can gain from some of these artists that have really just impacted like the nature of like the way I listen to music, if anything other than if nothing else. Like I'm really really just excited to be a part of any of this like stuff, and I'm really glad to see that I've had even up into like certain family members who see like I'm really just trying to do something that is not part of the normal that I'm used to doing. They're not used to seeing me do stuff like this outside of like my normal activities and stuff. So for me to even be, what I mean, doing this and seeing people that are, supporting me behind this, it really shows that actually I'm trying to do something that really means something to me. And it doesn't just mean something to me, it means something to the people that are seeing me taking in the initiative to show that how much this opportunity really means to me. So all I'm doing right now is just giving you verbally that expression of what I feel and how I am willing to go to the max for you guys for this whole thing to take its bloom. Because for real, like if we can get this thing together, New Wave Music Wednesday could be more than just a show where we get a chance to play artists' music and artists get to engage with us with their music, how what I mean, we hear it and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be a whole new space. The PZ show has been trying to develop a arena for you guys to take an insider look at some of the artists that what I mean are coming up and coming out here into the industry to introduce their craft to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for you viewers that are tuning in, maybe not an artist, maybe somebody that just loves listening to good music, can get an inside look on how some of these artists can develop and how these artists have put their music together, what it takes to do that, and everything. Like I really seriously put this in a more personal standpoint because I'm coming from an artist's standpoint myself, being a pusher that have been trying to push my career to a career, to actually say that I do music as a job and not as just a hobby or something that's fun to me. You see what I'm saying? Because I really appreciate the craft that I create, the music I create, the people I create the music with, and my passion in the music has become more intense from these relationships I've developed over the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's very special to me. I don't take that for granted, and I've been trying to do whatever it takes to cherish these moments. So like for me, that's why I've developed the New World Music Wednesday episodes. That's why I open up the floor for you guys on PZ's open mic to have some time to see where the talented people in the world are today. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the world outside of my doorstep, because I don't go outside very often. Only time I'm really taking myself outside is if I really absolutely have to, and that's very seldom because I don't really do much. Go to a doctor's house, go to a dentist's house, I go to a fucking job. I go to that house and I kick my ass back home. I really have been more of the hermit crab nowadays because of the simple fact I don't have an outside thing anymore, a thing for the outside as I used to when I was young and more vibrant. But what's really, really been the most depressing situation of it is the people that have been outside my door don't make it no easier for me to even make the choice to do otherwise. So it just makes it an even more safer decision to stay within my own safety, my own walls. So I feel like I at least have a little more control over the scenario. Cause like once you leave outside your house, you really lose a lot of your own properties of control. So, I mean, these situations tend to go from minuscule to major. Like major is like the extended word of major. I mean, when I say major, as in like major, you can't say it all in one word. So it's like Major. But at the end of the day, like for real, like you know what I mean, and for me, I've been really here just working on like how we can improve and keep improving the show. So for what it's worth, like I appreciate y'all just hearing the rant sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? I've sat on this show for plenty of times, many a days, many a nights doing this show in the hours time. Part of the reason why I broke it down to an hour and we tend to tell you like if you sit with me, I'll sit with you. You see what I'm saying? And I do say that for a reason because it's almost like an invitation. If you stay on, the longer you stay, the longer we'll sit, the longer we'll talk, the longer we'll expand. And that's how it is here with the show. We make this show comfortable for you guys to feel like, hey, if you want to leave, just let me know. You see what I'm saying? You don't even have to, feel obligated to stay. But at the same time, while you're here, let people know this is what we do. We're here weekly. And even anytime you feel like you want somewhere to chill and just get some shit off your chest, come see me. Because this is the kind of conversation that we like to have here. We like to get into things that really deal with real life situations because every day we go through the same thing. And rather than relate to someone who's dealing with the same situations and actually has a conversational point that could expand your situation beyond your own knowledge, why not engage in that than to fucking find out whose sister's fucking another dude's brother, or if Becky and Susie were sleeping with the same guy while they were both meeting each other at work for the first time and shit. So it's like, we deal with all of these different situations in life. That's part of life. But wouldn't it be nice to have a conversation outside of that to find solutions to these problems that we face? These are real life problems facing, like, how do you pay your damn rent when it's hard to find a job? How do you get around the fact that you're, coming into a situation where you've been going through, very, very traumatic situations and you're just trying to find someone who can hear these problems and be willing to take the time to even not only listen but give you a peaceful, positive, progressive, and more assertive answer to your solutions that'll say to you, hey man, like, at least he concerned with himself with thinking through and listening to the whole scenario that I've been through, coming to an understanding of the situation from my standpoint and being able to help me to see maybe the thing that I did not recognize or I didn't register upon arrival when these things were met with me upon these situations before having this conversation. But if I had just had someone to, help me to come to just thinking about these conversations or even talking them out. See, and that's some of the things that I think we have an issue with not being able to develop nowadays because of such a social disconnect. And I mean, yes, social media has been given the opportunity to make that situation more convenient so that we have less of an issue with that. But in the same consensus is that it just has made it a lot more of a complexity too, because the instant gratification has now, set in and people are more concerned with how fast it happens or rather than it actually happening. So, you know what I mean? Like we've really gone beyond certain situations, but I'm rambling and I'm gone beyond the point of conversation that I'm actually trying to have with you tonight. So let's get back into it. Like I said, tonight's question is as follows: where do you think we should do the New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year? And because we have three choices: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, which are all three really good premier places that we can host, I've noticed now, seeing as though I just spoken into the one person in the chat, which adds another name, whether you like to think about it, adds another name to the list of names that have already included themselves in the consensus without even saying so. To add on to the one that is already really, really, really more consistent in this situation. So with that being said, I feel like we've already pretty much reached an answer, but due to the fact that we still have a lot of time, New Wave Music Wednesday's episode tomorrow will be more of a premiere of what we could be doing. how we could be working this thing. So we want you guys to really sit on this thought. And when you feel like you have the answer, you give me a comment in the bottom. Drop a comment below this chat live stream. Or, there's a post that's flying around. We dropped a post on the tag or for today's Topic Tuesday on YouTube, Facebook, and IG as well. So for all of you guys that are seeing this and checking it out, do me that solid. Drop a comment there if you don't feel like you want to drop it here on the live stream. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, though, especially if you've gotten down to this point, because at this point right now, we have reached almost the closing in hours of the last little bit of time that we have for the last little bit of minutes left in the hour. But I do want to give you guys that heads up, though, man, because again, we got New Wave Music Wednesday heading into tomorrow's episode. And yeah, submit your music. SoundCloud, YouTube, Rap Chat, BandLab. And I mean, MP3s are accepted as well. But I mean, let me know. Oh, I thought I heard something else. But anyway, like I said, we need you guys to just submit your music because, again, I can't and I won't. I'm just saying this because at the same time, I've been doing this for the last 11 months. Let's say 11 months. It's been 10 months, really, because I had to take a month off, man. I needed a break. I'm sorry. I was tired. I needed a break. But anyway, the last 10 months, we've been giving it up to y'all, man. We go in, we post, we find music for you. We find songs from artists that we really, really appreciate. We think you really should get a chance to take a listen to. And we hope you appreciated every selection because every last one of them, every last one of them, we've come up with and designed to, premiere for you guys on each New Wave Music Wednesday episode has always come out to be like, since I've been picking them, really, really dope artists, man. Like, and really, really dope cuts. I mean, the songs were just really, really like from the ones that weren't original to the ones that were like the originality that existed, even in the ones that weren't from original content. You know what I mean? Because, a person who could take a famous line in an older song, or even a famous chorus that came from a song, and reinvent that is designer thing. That is a designer make that you don't really see too often in people. And I mean, it's very seldom you find someone who's got that creative nature. So, you want to enjoy that. You want to be able to embrace that kind of, passion for music, because really, that's really the reason why music is so much of an addiction to certain people. It's so much of a reason why people have an attraction to
1 p.m.
that sound.
T-Mobile Wi-Fi calling. Window
It's
lock. Camera. Phone. Swipe with 2 fingers.
Where do I go from here?
Device locked. 7:51 p.m. Tuesday, December 12th.
And like I said, we're moving it in. We're getting closer. But at the same time, as we're getting down to this last little bit of time, even, you know what I'm saying, we're starting to notice.
Screen off.
We're starting to notice that, you know what I'm saying, this is coming down. This is about to start moving into crunch time, as they call it, crunch time. It's crunch time, gentlemen. And we got to start making some decisions. We got to start coming up with some new things that's going to bring more people to the show and show them why the PZ show is somewhere that, they should be wanting to be, investing time in, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't really do a whole lot from my standing other than, give y'all the intel, the information. My bad. I didn't mean to pun that out. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But give you guys some intel, you know what I'm saying, from my perspective, maybe just, you know what I mean, just showcase a little bit of my experiences from these situations that I've faced in my lifetime to kind of give you, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit of a situation where it's like, hey, man, look, I've had to deal with these different things in my life. And I mean, nobody's perfect, but Jesus, like, you should want more for yourself in any case of the matter, especially if you're dealing with situations where you feel like you've been like pretty much just like kicked in the ass so many damn times by someone or something happening all the time that just don't see no way of, getting a resolution to it. So for me personally, I'm all about encouragement. I love to have the Motivation Monday episodes because I think about a lot more than just, you know, the things that go on in day-to-day situations, or even just the troubles that we deal with. Because I look at, you know what I mean, ways to kind of suppress that stuff and find a motivating, positive outlook on all of it, because we have to be able to smile through the drama. There's too much pain out here being expunged on other people, some people undeserving. And most of these people are being affected by the situation due to no circumstances of their own, just the fact that they are knowing or in the same atmosphere or vicinity of another person who is just unstable and not understanding their instability. You know, we kind of deal with that every day. But like I said, I don't want to keep jumping in and out of that kind of conversation. I just want to kind of like drag into like the real reason why today's topic is so vital to have. Because again, looking into this, I noticed, you know what I'm saying? I need more of you guys to tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, and we're coming so close now to like the 5 minute mark of the day of the hour. You see what I'm saying? Like I just want you guys to understand, like we really want you to take some time, review the conversation we've had here in the live stream. The base points where we talked about what New Wave Music Wednesday has been, how it developed, and how we have tried to, you know, consider keeping this situation consistent in our show, because we love the way that you guys responded to it initially. We always have wanted you guys to continue this emotion, or this emotion and this impulse that you have. So we just want to find a way to keep you guys interested. Please hesitate not to tell me what is going through your mind whenever you're here, what you may want to see improve when you're in here. And maybe we can work some things out where we can have these conversations. That's kind of the reason why I also developed the Discord server, because the server gives you guys a chance to freely have a conversation with me. Make sure whenever you do and you're in the Discord server, if you really want to talk to me directly, send, you know, at me if you have to, at me in the chat box, you know what I'm saying? Or you just send me a direct message. And if I see it and I notice it, then most likely I'm going to answer, because I've been trying to converse with my server members in the Discord server, because I know that that channel had that my server has been dealing with a lot of on and off situations from myself. But again, we want your question. We want your answer to the question of the day. What's the place that you think we should have New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year contest for the 27th of this month? And drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think and how we can actually make it happen for you. Because again, like I said, it's not like we don't, you know, want to have it. We do. We really want to have this show. We want to have this make sense for all of us to, you know what I mean, be able to enjoy and take all of it in, soak in that beautiful, you know, essence of what the show has brought us. You know what I'm saying? So in that nature, I need you guys to really just know that, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of where we're going with the show. We want everybody to be a part of this affair. And the only way we can bring everybody in is if we get all you guys to support it. So yeah, with that, you know, don't hesitate. Cash App, PayPal, if you're gonna support, donate, whatever you can. No need to be specific on your pricing. Like I said, don't hesitate to just let me know. But make sure if you're gonna send it, leave a note saying that it's for donations to the Song of the Year contest. Or if you're submitting music, just put the note submitting music to the New Wave Music Wednesday contest, or submitting to Song of the Year contest, for that matter, to shorten things up so it doesn't seem like it's taking up too much space. But anyway, that's basically what I'm looking at for you guys. And like I said before, question of the day is as follows: what do you want to do about New Wave Music Wednesday Song of the Year? Where do you want to host it at? We got New Wave Music Wednesday's choices being hosted for Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. So that's your choices. I hope you guys appreciate it. And man, like I said, I appreciate the conversation we've embarked in today, even because, like I said, man, it really helps to get it out there, because if we don't talk about these things, it's going to be really hard for us to get anything together or build anything from the conversation or build anything if we can't connect anywhere. So um that's really what I'm on. That's really what I've been thinking about doing with you guys, and I'm glad that I had this time to sit down and bring it to your table. And in many ways, hopefully, this actually brings out a new development on how we connect with each other moving forward, and are able to take everything that we learn here, or even how we expand moving forward. You know what I mean? To make our next moves into the New Wave Music Wednesdays, to the next episodes and events that take place during the show, to be just as beautiful as the next one or the first one. You know what I mean? Because nothing would make me more happier than to be a part of, like, making this show great. You know what I mean? Because then we have something to be honorable. We have something to be happy for. You know what I mean? I really think that that's possible, and I think that we can make it happen. So come with me, man. We making a lot of things change out. We doing a lot more to like expand the Way Music Wednesday thing. So join the show, and please don't hesitate. Talk to me. Let's get it.